Chazz, is watching the disco scene, and you looked pretty at ease there. Now,
Yeah.
go back to the late 70s, early 80s. Were you much of a disco dancer?
I put my time into discos a little bit, yeah, so it wasn't too much to do research on that.
Yeah. So how did it feel to hear that music again?
It was great. I mean, you don't realize how great those songs were till you really hear them after years later. You go, wow, these are really great songs.
We spoke last time about some of the bad guy roles you played.
Right.
Innocent Blood. What's the matter with you? You some kind of freak?
Yeah, right.
You mentioned that you never wanted to get typecast.
Right.
What kind of movies did you turn down, and was it hard to do that?
It wasn't really hard, Mark. I really didn't want to, play tough guys. After I did, Bullets, Cheech, and then Sonny and Bronx Tale, and the character in Innocent Blood, it was time to say, I said, all right, now I got to lighten up on this. I did get offered a lot of roles, and I just, I wouldn't do them. I just said no. I said I'm not doing it. I just waited, and then when I read the Perez Family, and I saw this character he was one of the romantic leads. He was a FBI agent. He was charming. So I said, you know what, this is what I want to do. So, and then to work with Marissa Tomei and Angelica Houston, to be paired with her, and Alfred, and directed by Mira, I really wanted to be involved in this project.
Everyone in the press last night was saying how they enjoyed seeing you play a romantic character with that softer edge. Do you think it's going to open
I think so. I hope so. Well, more people will see me in a different character now, so maybe, that'll open up.
I interviewed Sylvester Stallone a few years ago, and we talked about that whole thing when Rocky came out, about how he had to hold out so he could star in it.
Right.
And I asked him how long he would have held out. With Bronx Tale, how long would you have held out, or did you consider letting someone else play the role?
Never once did I ever consider anyone else playing the role of Sonny, ever. I was holding out for, it was a year that I held out, and I was getting offers, over 7 figures. There was just no way that I was going to let that role go, no.
Were there a lot of people advising you to take the money and run?
Yes. A lot of people told me that I was crazy. They actually thought I was really, disturbed or something. They said, you're ruining it. You're going to blow your whole career. Take the money. It was over $1 million. Just let it go and write something else. And I just said, no. No, there was no way. At that point in your life, you have to look at the demon and say, no, I'm standing to my guns. I'm doing it now.
Now, I have a question about the Oscar ceremonies.
Sure.
And I'm just curious, once your name comes out as a nominee,
right.
I understand you were staying in a hotel when that happened.
When that happened, right.
Do you notice right away a difference in...
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, in fairness to everyone, it's just that you can't expect everyone to know who you are. It's just, it's ludicrous even to think that, who am I to think that everybody knows me and my face? Come on, it's impossible. But when you get that nomination, all of a sudden everybody does. For some reason, people you never think would know, the doorman, the bellhop, and all of a sudden everybody's so nice to you. It's like weird, and you go, all right, I know what this is. But so, hey, it comes with the territory. There's nothing wrong with it.
And one final question. I've always been fascinated with mementos. Now, from the Oscars, when you win, of course, you get the statue.
Right.
And the nominees, I guess, also get a certificate of luncheon. What else do you keep from the ceremonies as a souvenir?
From the Oscars? Well, you keep the tuxedo. Armani made me my tuxedo, and he said, Giorgio said, please take it. So I said, okay, Giorgio, thanks. So he gave me a beautiful Armani tuxedo. So that was nice.